morning, good evening. Anywhere you are watching WYTV, you're welcome to another edition of News Review where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochime Orilua, son of the prophetess. Good morning to all our viewers all over the world.
You know, I will do it on this show. This is where we read out the headlines of the newspaper. And we don't want to be the only one doing this. You can as well join in the talk in the comment section. You can tell us your own view on anything we discuss here on the show. The sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number you've seen on the screen, or you can send us a message and we'll reply as soon as possible. I'll be starting with Punch newspaper as usual. 15 states enlist 50,000 vigilantes against kidnappers. Naira rebounds as banks offload excess dollars. Federal government raises exchange rate for cargo clearance to 1,356 naira per dollar. Police beef up security in Imo local government. Then on Vanguard newspaper, gunmen kill traditional ruler, abduct wife, 2 others in Kwara. Woes for federal workers as government fails to pay salary. Police nab 8 suspected highway robbers in Kaduna. 52 suspected cultists arrested during initiation in Ogun. Then on Daily Post newspaper, court refuses to dismiss terrorism charges against Fubara COS Edison Eye. Bandits kill Kwara monarch, abduct wife, 2 others. AIG seeks Katsina Emir's support. Police restrict movement in Bauchi. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet. With
Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas. Well, the first headline here is government kill traditional ruler, abducts wife, 2 others in Kwara.
Well, you know, this one is coming after the killing of 2 monarchs
in Ekiti State.
Ekiti. And when you look at it, it's very closer to Kwara State. I believe they share the boundary there along this so to Odowa. It is now becoming a rampant that when you look at what is going on in the system of Nigeria, number one, I don't know what we say to this. Why if the leader fails to protect the citizen, let the leaders of the so-called Nigeria give the masses the right to protect themselves. Because before you get to know now, this thing is coming down. Before you get to know, if you get to Ogun State, from Ogun State is coming back, it's coming to Lagos State.
Well, sir,
look of things.
But then, what I'm trying to see here is there is someone that has said something similar to this case of killing traditional rulers. And this man, we see him as someone that is just fighting for Yoruba nation. But then, he said this months back that all this killing will soon resume. You know, so there are some herdsmen that was being seen in one Yoruba land that went to, burn the palace. I think it's in Oyo State, in Barakpa local government area, whereby Sunday Igboho came on national TV to say we should try and do something. Yes. Now, it has now come to the extent of this government killing Yoruba monarchs. And it has been the 3rd king they are going to kill. And now, if we continue to use a lenient hand on this case, it will result to killing all the Yoruba citizens, and which is not so going to be okay. And this is going to start intertribal war, because Yorubas are in the north now. They won't be saying this if they should start torturing the Hausa people down here. Well, Daredevil government yesterday night invaded the palace of Olukoro of Koro in Ekiti's local government area of Kwara State and killed the traditional ruler of the community, General Segun Aremu, retired. The state government has confirmed the killing of the monarch and the abduction of 3 others, including his wife. Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has condemned the killing of Olukoro of Koro in Ekiti local government, HRH retired General Segun Aremu. The monarch was reportedly shot dead in his palace yesterday night by some unknown gunmen who also whisked away his wife and 2 others. The governor condemned the development, which he said was reckless, shocking, and abominable. He charged the security agencies not to spare any resources to track down the perpetrators, free the spouse and others taken away and bring them to book. We will certainly get the perpetrators and ensure that this is their last crime against humanity. My profound condolences go to the people of Koro. Our hearts are broken and we stand by them at this time and always, the governor said in a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Rafiu Ajakaye.
You see, you know, I said something 2 days ago that if care is not taken, this is going to result to Third World War. The president is out there, the president of the so-called Nigerian country is out there, and all these killings, all this here and there. What we kept on hearing from the presidency was that the perpetrators should be brought to justice. At the end of the day, nothing is being done. So who else is in charge of the security of the nation now? Let's ask the question. Who else is in charge?
There's something I don't understand.
The security.
What is the work of the police, Nigerian police force in this country?
The IGP is there.
What is their job? What are they doing?
The chief of army staffs, they are all there, and nobody is held responsible for all this. Because if you people can't guide the nation, please, it's better you resign. And if they are not resigning, let the president do the needful.
Sir, I have not witnessed any case whereby the police abduct people that is going for an operation. Maybe bandits that are ready to do operation and they will be apprehended by the police.
The only thing the police to do is to go out there to molest
the innocent ones, which is not supposed to be like that. Well, let's move on to the next headline here. This is talking about the woes for federal workers as government fails to pay salary. There is growing restiveness among the staff of the federal civil service, ministries, departments and agencies and MDAs over unpaid January salaries. The workers' situation is compounded by the fact that they also owe the backlog of 35,000 naira in wage awards. It was gathered that non-payment of the January salary to core civil servants and non-core civil servants is due to the inability of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, OAGF, to finalize the 2024 appropriation on the Government Integrated Financial Management System, GIFMIS platform. Sir, it is funny, seriously, because now what they work for throughout January, they've not seen any payment. They are now still talking about the 35,000 naira minimum wage that they said they will give them last year, which was being paid once. And that was in the month of September.
And you are now saying that some of these workers are leaving the country to look for a greener pasture. If the country is being fixed, and what we conspire people, a lot of people to be moving out. When you go to the passport office, you see how people were trooping in to collect their passport. What happened? Because they want to move out of the country.
Everybody wants to jump
out of the country. I don't know if it was a plan of the leader and some set of people, so-called cabal, that when people were being frustrated, they will move out of the country. Maybe they will have sold Nigeria to some country else, and they want those countries to come in and move into Nigeria. I don't know, because with the look of things now, if care is not taken, if anything is not done, when you push a goat to the end of the war, what happened? The goat will automatically turn back and bite.
But sir, everybody cannot travel. It is only people that has the ability, the money, the capital to sponsor themselves.
You know how many people that are dying in the Sahara Desert?
Based on the fact that they want to travel
to road.
Well, you know that even Libya is not allowing migrants to come into their country again. They are now deporting Nigerians because of the rate of people that are traveling that wants to follow the Mediterranean Sea from Libya down to across Europe. But then I see this as the fault of the federal government still, because if the country country is working well, there's no reason for anybody to reason
and the
on how to
president
live.
traveled some months back to the United States of America, telling those in the United States of America to come back to Nigeria, that Nigeria is far, far better
In this kidnapping era.
In this kidnapping issue, do you expect those set of people? Because most of the news we hear today, we might be the first person to hear before we heard what is going on.
Well, the failure has prevented the release of the personal warrant for January 2024 for salary payment. General Secretary of the Nigerian Civil Service Union, NCSU, Bomoy Mohammed Ibrahim, confirmed to Vanguard that members of the union have not been paid. A staff federal secretariat, Abuja, who lamented the situation, told the news the federal civil servants are frustrated with the delayed payment of January salary. Everybody knows what is going on in Nigeria today. The economic situation is unbearable, all because of government policies. The 35,000 naira wage award promised after the removal of the subsidy on petrol was only paid in the month of September. Now, the government has refused to pay us January salary, thereby compounding our woes. How do they expect us to meet our responsibilities to our families, including school fees and other necessities? We cannot continue like this. The restiveness of his staff, the management of the National Mathematics Center, Abuja, in an internal memo dated January 31, 2024, titled Delay in the Payment of January 2024 Salary, among others, said, we wish to inform you that January 2024 salaries will be delayed beyond normal. Now, they started a new year with the fact that the salary is not being paid the time it's supposed to be paid.
And how do you expect them to feed their family? How do you expect them to cater for their family?
Sir, my question now is it going to affect the state workers? Because now this is for the federal workers.
The federal workers. If the federal are not paying their workers, what do you expect with the state? The state will come out and say they have not received any allocation from the federal. You know, they form the state right from the federal.
Sir, but the way the structure is now, I feel the money that's been generated that is being generated in a state is supposed to be the money for the salary for the workers. So I think it is not until the federal.
Do you know how many months that the state are owing now? Do you know how many states that are out there that are still owing the workers? But equally, the money that is being generated from the state is meant for the worker. Why are the governors owing the workers in the state?
Well, the president of Nigeria has a lot to do, to be sincere, because now the federal government came out to say 7 months is not enough to make Nigeria a better place for everyone of us.
One thing that pains me most, what statement the statement that came out from the president when he was campaigning, that pained me most was that the president said he has been serving them for the past 30 years. It is now his turn to be served. I believe you that have been serving somebody for the past 30 years, you might have done your visibility study, knows the in and out of politics, and know how you are going to drive the economy of Nigeria forward, not to enrich the pocket of the so-called the president, the governors, and some other things, and some other people. Now, when the day of their swearing in, you remember the speech that the wife of the president said. He said they don't need Nigerian money to enrich themselves, that they are rich enough. If you are rich enough, that you don't need Nigerian money to enrich yourself, I believe you are there for the masses. What are you doing for the progress of the masses? Now look at your own turn. When Buhari was there, you are one of those people that have been going out campaigning that when you get there, things is going to be easy. Now, what happened?
Well, let's move on to the next headline. 52 suspected cultists arrested during initiation in Ogun. No fewer than 52 suspected cultists were arrested by operatives of the Ogun State Command of Nigerian Police, who stormed the venue of the suspected cult initiation in the E4, headquarters of E4 local government area of the state. The command spokesperson, SP Omolola Odutola, who disclosed this in Abeokuta, said the suspects were arrested following the credible intelligence received by the police about the planned cult initiation. She said, upon receiving the information, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Ota, mobilized his men and stormed the Simcoe International Hotel in the Iya Biodun area, where some suspected members of the Supreme Buccaneers Confraternity, also known as Alora, were gathered. The PPRO said, upon the police arrival, the suspected cultists attempted to lock the gate, but were overpowered by the police officers, leading to the arrest of 52 suspects, while some were able to escape. She said, on 21/01/2024, at about 45 hours, DPO E4 reported that the successful arrest of 52 suspected members of the Supreme Buccaneers Confraternity also known as Alora, at the Simcoe International Hotel in Iyabiodun Ifo area. The operation was conducted based on intelligence received regarding the initiation of new members of the group. Upon receiving the intelligence, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Otta, activated a tactical team led by the SWAT commander who were already within the area command on a special duty and directed them to reinforce DPO Ifo for the operation. Sir, I feel now this is very funny because these are a cult group that is initiating new members, and at least 52 were being arrested. Now, if I may ask, some of these police officers, most of our politicians are into one cult group or the other.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask if it is being legalized in Nigeria to be a cultist, because sometimes they post it like they were being registered by the Nigerian government, that this so cult group are being registered under the law.
If it was being legalized by the Nigerian government, I believe the police wouldn't have swung into action of arresting them while they were initiating a new member. And if you could see what is there, most of the policemen that went there to make the arrest, maybe some of them, maybe there was no member of those cultists within their midst. You remember something happened in Shagamu some years back.
That's in Ogun State.
That is on Ogun State. When the new DPO, there was a new DPO that was transferred to Shagamu then. According to the news, we went there, we gave the report of the news. When the DPO came in, anytime he says to his boys that they want to go and raid those people that are smoking Indian hemp, on getting there, they won't find any of those boys there. They make almost 3 attempts. Nobody was being arrested. Not until the DPO came back to his senses and said, okay, he had to sideline them of inviting some teams from Abeokuta that when they get to Shagamu Express Junction, that you should wait for him there. So immediately those teams get there, he had to call only one of his boys that he should follow him.
Okay.
Together with the team he invited from.
So they went unnoticed.
They went unnoticed. So on getting there, they arrested a lot of people. Automatically, the DPO said one of his boys that were working with him
is giving them information.
I think so if one of them are there, they would have informed those boys before getting there.
Well, the DPO and the SWAT commander raced to the scene with the combined teams. Upon arrival, the cult group, who had already mounted surveillance around the scene, attempted to lock the gate upon sighting the police presence. Despite their efforts, the teams gained access to the hotel, resulting in the arrest of 55 suspects, including some females. Some, however, managed to escape through the fence. She disclosed that exhibits such as vehicles, mobile phones, needles, and shirts with Alora inscriptions were recovered from the suspect, while stating that an investigation had been concluded on the matter and the suspect had been charged to court. Exhibits recovered from the suspects are needles, t-shirts with Alora inscriptions, 3 private vehicles, and 58 different phones. Among those arrested were Adigun Ayomide, Obanla Abayomi, and 50 others. The suspects have been charged to court, Odutola added. Now, I think this is to me, home of cultists is Ogun State. Everybody knows, because most court cases that we hear from different angles of Nigeria, it's basically from Ogun State. So I feel maybe if they should keep doing this, at least it will reduce the numbers of cultists in Ogun State. Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, X account, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show. We'll see you again next week, Monday, on this particular show. Be good and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.